hello.js. It is having some JavaScript code here, and which we are going to see on our Google Chrome. This is having a page here. Now, if I want React to execute this, I have to include it in app.js file. If I simply include it, then and if I execute it using a command, then React will automatically execute. So whatever components I want, like hello.js, then say welcome.js, beat.js, every file is a component in React, and that we have to include it in app.js file. And then React will understand that okay, I have to execute these files one by one. Now these are all single page applications in React. Like this, we go on for the execution part. And it uses the concept of virtual DOM.
So, ma'am, app.js is the master file, correct?
Yeah, perfect.
And
App.js is a master file. Yes.
and in app.js, we can include
Yes.
multiple files like
Multiple files.
hello.js,
Right.
and these are called components, correct?
Components in here. Exactly. So we are having a main file that is app.js. In this, we include all our JavaScript component files, whichever we want to execute one by one.
So, ma'am, let's say in a web page, we have
Yeah.
some header section, some right panel, some left panel. So
Yeah.
we can use accordingly, correct? Let's say
See,
we are creating.
if I having a JavaScript file, in that file I am considering as a single page application. So that is appearing like say this is a complete JavaScript file. Now this is having an image like this Google. Then there's a search bar. Then some objects are there. So this is a single page file. And this page, if I want to execute, suppose name of this page is suppose is the Google.js. And the same name of this file is Google.js. That I have to include in app.js for executing this complete single page application.
Can you show me code?
Pardon?
This code is for app.js.
Yeah, I
Can
will
we
be
do?
explaining. Yeah, I will be explaining this. Sorry, just give me some time. Okay. Yeah. So in React, we are having. Okay, so if you want to still see, so this app.js will automatically be there. Whenever I'm going to create a new project, I will show by creating a project. That time you will find this app.js. Now, I'm including so many files here. So as I said you, I want to use this hello.js. This hello.js I want to include. First of all, I'm writing a code for it, a complete code. Then at the end, you can see I'm exporting this file. Means I want my application to use this hello.js file. So I have to write this export form. I mean export as a word. Then my React will understand that okay, I need to use this hello.js file somewhere. So if I export it and then in app.js, I have to include. See, I have included this hello.js. Okay. Now, as you can see here, I'm having a outer folders are there. So first, I'm going outside. So dot slash. Then the name of this folder that is components. Can you see?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I'm writing the components folder name. Then the file that I want to import. So obviously, I want to import the hello.js file which is present here.
Okay.
Right? So it will include this hello.js. So first of all, I have to import. The first step is first step is exporting the file from the required file. So I have to export, and I'm exporting as a default mode. Then in app.js, I have to import it also like this. I have to import the hello.js file. Then add. I'm starting my React application, so I have to write this. All these things I will explain like class, app, extending component, everything. What is vendor, everything. But simply if I say I want to execute the code, so I have to write a return statement. This my file is returning this up. So I have to create a outer D. If I wanted D, in that I'm writing whatever I want as a part of my code. So I want to run this hello application, so I have to simply write the name of hello. hello.js, I'm having something like hello post, something like this. H1 heading tag having hello post inside. So if I now run my application, I will show how to run it. So you can see it got printed on the browser. Right? Okay. So this is the like complete workflow how it is working in our backend. I mean, in our,
And one more thing, how to install React from where I can install.
okay. So first of all, you have to for React you need two things. First of all, in your laptop, just you have to install Node.js. Just go to Google Chrome and you have to install Node.js. Then, if possible, install Visual Studio Code. Like I use this for doing it, something like that. And then nothing. You have to just use command prompt and you can create all that. So please try to install this Node.js after this class. If you can't, I will show you next class. And then you need Visual Studio Code as an IDE.
So
And
once we
then
install Node.js, then React.js automatically install.
yeah, it is already included. You have to just use that npm and npx comments and then it is done. And then CMD, we just create a new app, but we don't require it also, but just like it's already available.
And in Visual Studio, how to run React?
Yeah, I'm
React.
just saying you that. Okay, so let's now see how to create a new project and how to execute it as you are saying. Let's start with that first. Okay. Let me show you. To create a new project, the command is npx create React app. This is the command that you have to write. And then name of the app. Suppose I'm giving this as, I have named it as my app. You can give any other name. I'm already having many projects. So like, this is the syntax of writing it. If we want to separate two words, we have to give a hyphen like this. So now suppose I'm giving it a name like say, first, like, so this is the command that I have to execute in our CSV file.
So NPX is similar to NPM or
Yeah, yeah. This is no checks command for execution. Now,
so once we run this command on one command prompt,
yeah,
then folder name first best user
right,
will be
yeah,
created.
will be created for us.
And where it saves
Pardon?
and where it will create.
Okay, yeah, that I'm okay. Suppose this is the folder. Let me start from the first. You have to create any folder of yours. I will show that again next day when you will be installing it. So suppose this is the React folder in which I want to create, or you can say I want to save all of my React code. Now, I have to just click on here and suppose I'm opening my command. I'm entering. So you can see under C drive and under the folder React, it is already done. Now if I write the command, so it is creating a new React app for me. It will take some time. It will be done soon, I think. Okay. Till it gets done, let me show you the next comment. It will take some time actually. So for executing our React application, what we write the command as simply npm run start or npm start. This is the base command npm run start or start. So if I write this, then that particular project in which it is open. So see in C drive under the folder React, the name of the project is my app. Can you see here? My app. Now if I write here npm run start, it will be executed and it will be opening in our Google Chrome browser. It's already open, so I'm not showing. It is now currently open in port number 3000. So if I now again execute it, it will be opening a different. If I click on enter, command for executing a project is. This is the command for executing a project. This is the command for creating a project. Now, if let me go to the next concept, the most important concept here. Is it done? It's taking its time. It takes, oh, it's done. It's already created. Now, if I go to this folder, as you can see, first tutorial as a project has already been created. Right? Okay, now you
Ma'am,
have to
can you
go
open
to,
please open that what it is?
yeah. If I now click on this, open folder and go to first tutorial, select folder. So this will be a complete new project will be created for me. Now, if I expand this public and node modules, there are many things already available here. Okay, and
Where is
under
the
the
app code?
source, yeah, hello.
Yes, yes, it's fine.
Under the source, we are having this app.js. Now, I not need to understand it all this as of now, so if I just remove it. Now, I can create a new component. Like I can under the source folder only, I can create a new component folder. Then create some components, and then we have to export it from this files. Then import it here, and then we have to include it in our main view section. So all this creating I will be doing when we will starting with the next class. Like as it is demo class today, let me just go over everything what I will do. In the next class, from the first tutorial, we can create our code, we can execute it and everything. Fine? Yeah. So now the most important thing, the component. That is, now a component in React is basically a two types.
Everything. अगर आपकी लाइटिंग ठीक नहीं है सारा
First type
बस
is
सारा अजीब सी सिर्फ एक चीज बस
stick list.
बड़े वो तकरीर ही कर रहे थे बस वो सब और वो होना चाहिए था 10% ताकि
And the second type is class component. Now, the syntax for writing a functional component, or you can just say these are simply JavaScript functions. I now quickly give a short example of a functional component. So, I'm writing now to first write the word function. Then the name of the function that you want to give. Suppose I'm writing the name of the function will also match the type of the file. Suppose my file name is welcome.js. Then, if I want to create a functional component, the name of that function should also be welcome. Fine. Now, in the bracket, we have to write the keyword as props. What is this props? I will again discuss later. This props is basically whatever you want to pass into this welcome function. Suppose I want to pass two parameters, like as in any other code, any other coding language, we pass parameters to a function. So same way in React.js also we are having something called as props, and it will catch hold of everything that you want to pass to this function. That is very good. Next you have to write. Suppose I am returning something else. So return simple say I want that. Hello.
And when in props, we can pass any type of parameter like
Yeah,
teaser or anything.
any type of parameter. All the types of parameter, how types of parameters are same. In props, even you can pass a function. So everything I will discuss slowly. When I will go to detail for props, then I will.
So in props, let's say I am calling a welcome function, and from there I am passing multiple parameters like name,
Yeah,
age, salary.
right,
So
right, right,
using that props.name, props.age,
right,
I can
right.
update it.
That. So this name and everything I will be explaining it actually. Okay. Let me open that. So as you can see, suppose this is the name of a file create. Okay. In this, I'm passing two parameters. One is name and another is hero name. Like simple. So these are the two parameters that I'm passing. Now if I go to the screen, now see, I have used this props. And this is actually destructuring of props and many detailed explanation. I'm not going over it today. So this is how we have to pass name and hero name. And then if I just include it here, then I can use those props. Okay. But for simple language up till now, just write props and then hello props dot name. So whatever you have passed in as an argument in app.js, that will get executed. Like suppose in app.js, you are calling this greet using a name, right? Okay. And close. Now in welcome.js, this props will catch hold of everything that you are passing while calling this function. Sorry, this is not create, this is welcome.
So welcome.
So while calling, you are passing whatever parameters to this function that it will catch hold of. And when you are writing props.name, it will search for this word in this file or when in the calling code. It is finding a parameter named Rupana. So in the output, that is a Google flow, that we get to see hello, comma, like right.
Okay.
So this is the first component, a type of component that is functional component. Okay. And now if I go for the class component, this is the second type. In this component, the first is class extending a component class. So this component class is basically present in React. Uh, yeah. So a class that is welcome is extending a component class, and this class is automatically present in React by default. We have to extend this class while creating a new class in React. And this import and everything we'll discuss later. Just the overview to this. So like that. Next, next is render method returning HTML code. Whatever you want to pass into the Google Chrome browser, you have to write it in the render. Suppose I want to write something welcome, name, hero name, passing the parameters. All the things are included in this render method. So we have to write the name. We have to write render in parentheses like this. Then start with the bracket and write whatever HTML code you want to write. Then same at the end, we have to just simply export. That's it. So mainly in React, we are having two types of components. First is this functional component and second is the class one. So if I quickly write syntax is like class welcome, then React.component, render method, return, stop, stop, stop. Now, if you are familiar with Java, are you familiar with Java? Like, okay. So basically, whenever we want to write a class component, it is mandatory to use the this. It says that this is like a parameter is present in our program. This will refer to that particular class parameter. So writing this keyword, it excludes or it includes in it all the class parameters that are there. So any variable that is present in our class, this will catch hold of. And then like we have the same like props.name that we are writing in functional
here we are not passing any parameters. So how the system will stop not.
Pardon?
In here, in class component, we are not passing any parameters.
Oh, it automatically does. It automatically does. Like we have to write it something like this dot docs, and then it automatically does. Yeah.
So in here, ma'am, you have written font name and hero name, comma, equal
Right.
to this dot prop.
Yeah, I think this is actually destructuring of components that will explain like when we are doing it slowly. So we have to pass in like suppose we are having many parameters that we have to pass in. Like this declaring of name, hero name, everything is also having three types in it. So everything let's do it slowly. Okay. Why?
And what is difference between class component and function?
In class component, we can define some state first, but in functional component, we can't. Now, what is state and everything we'll also discuss that. Now, why we are having class? This is actually we say na stateful class component. So I will not discussing it today because it will be used for stateful class component, and that is called as stateless class component. Because in functional component, you cannot declare a stateless functional component. So that's why we prefer to use class component, but when we do not want to declare in state, we simply go for function component. Now what is state like suppose
So in this state like JSON or
no no like suppose I have a message right and when I'm clicking on a button a single button in our code I want that message to get changed like suppose I'm clicking on order
we can define, correct?
yeah.
Action we can define.
Yeah, kind of action that you want to define. Or suppose you have a counter variable. You want to change the variable every time you click on a button. Kind of action that you have to define a state. So that's in those times you will be using our class. When we're writing our codes now, we will automatically click like when to use class component, function components.
And let's say we have a form, contact us form, and once we submit then your data will be saved on database. So
Right.
we will get you under the class form.
Right, right. Just one second. So like this. Now if I go to the third part, actually let me now give you an overview. So this is two functional and state components that I discussed today. Now if I go to the third part, yeah, it will show the code of state for you today. It's just a simple overview. Then it doesn't message. Hmm. So yeah, you can see here, I'm having a state that is message welcome visitor. Now, I want that when I am clicking on a button that is on click function, I want the message to get changed from welcome visitor to thank you for subscribing. So if I now call this function that is change message, it will be changing it to some different like that. So this is a state that I am defining. A state that is having the parameter or variables message. Another function I have defined, a simple function. In that I'm passing like this dot set state. I will explain what is set state is. It's changing to C. Thank you for subscribing like this. And whenever I'm clicking on a button, that if I mean that should take place like that. So this is how I'm doing it. Yeah, sir. Yeah, now let's explore this. Okay. What we do here. Okay. So it is currently showing welcome visit. Now, as soon as I click on the subscribe button, then I want the change to take place. It is If I click on here, you can see it is showing me thank you for subscribing. So the state got changed. The message was a state that got changed to some another state. Fine.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the basic overview of the basics of React, and everything many more are in the introduction of React. Now, in the later on, what we'll be studying that I'm just showing you an overview. So, just open up the page. That is, yeah. So suppose I want to route to different pages in here. Like I'm having an order page, I'm ordering something, I'm logging somewhere. I want many things to take. So then we use the concept of routing in here. Like routing to different pages. We use this routing in a React application for navigating to different pages. If I now execute this project, yeah. So suppose I'm having a page. Now I will click on place order. Now as soon as I'm clicking on place order, it will be showing me something like order success. Now I can go to products page. So I am simply clicking on a tab and it is navigating me to a new. So this is called routing in there. Now if I click on featured, it will be showing me suppose list of features. If I click on view, it will show me list of views. So this is navigating wherever I'm. So suppose I'm going to this profile. No, I cannot. It is asking me to log in. But here it is not verifying me. I can give any user. So if I click on login, it will be navigating to the login page. And if I click on logout, it is also showing welcome profile that I type. If I log out, it will be redirecting me to the home page. So these are the things that will be explaining where we're starting with the React router part. Like how to navigate, like our project is having many pages. We need to navigate, we need to store something, we need to log in. Everything we can do using that React router. So that's the complete part in React that we also see. Can you get it?
Yeah, yeah.
Now,
So this can also handle from app.js.
yeah, app.js. Show you. See, in app.js, you have to declare various routes actually. Like whatever route you want to use. Like suppose I'm going to the about page. So I have declared a route here and I have named it as about. You have to use many pages and many routes in here and then you can now, just if you see here, whenever I'm clicking on profile, it is not showing me that page. Why? Because in profile.js, I have used something called as an authorization. I have used authorization using this function. And it will always say me to log in whenever I want to visit that page. I cannot visit it as it is like that. So how to declare this authorization, log in, log out, everything will slowly see later on. I'm just giving you an overview like what is in React and everything. Now this is a simple project for routing to an application. Now if I show you a little bit advanced project, so first of all, it will say me to username and password. Now, even if I key username and password, I won't be able to log in because I'm not currently connected with the data. So it will not log in. So I have some like I can directly navigate to the home page also. So suppose I'm having this page. Now I want to add a vehicle. If I click on simply add vehicle, I can add a vehicle number, I can add owner name, date, and if I click on submit, it will be updating to the data. Now I cannot show it right now because I'm not connected to the database or any Java application right now. But this is a user interface that we create using React. The main goal of React is to create our front-end application. So we are having some code like this owner name, registration date, everything is storing in the backend. But to create the user interface, like when a user is entering, we make sure that he or she gets to understand the complete page. So like I go back, I want to update some I want to delete some vehicle, that all thing we can do. Now, uh, this is how I can route also in there. In the search bar, I have to pass this word, whichever thing I want to. If I click on something called as RTO, so I can verify some vehicle by entering a vehicle number. Then I can send details. Now you can see everything is showing up. If I just search a vehicle, it will not show me right now. But if I click on search, it will show vehicle number, owner name, everything. So this is a React application that will be developing and will be reaching to the end of our process. Very easy, very less. So this is like a complete overview of what we are going to start. Okay. A lot of things for you today. Yeah, so like that. So from the next class, actually, I will make a PPT on a topic. Then we'll be starting with it, and then slowly I will be giving you the code. You will be doing it. I will be doing it, and then slowly, slowly we will go. Yeah.
So,
Okay.
and then using our course, can we
Yeah, that this kind of projects only we are going to do, like creating an ambulance database, like that. Okay. But these are actually short, short projects only. Like something we are developing, we are sending it to our database, everything. So all the things will be going to there. Like the backend course I will be providing to you. You don't need to learn it as of now, but the main focus should be on there. How we to develop it like that. Yeah. Okay. So I think it's enough for today. Like lot of things I say. So from the next class I'll be explaining all over it again. Like, everything I will explain. Okay. Yeah. So I'm just giving this file, but anyway I will be explaining again in the next class. I will be giving the file to him and he will share it.
अपने टैलेंट
So,
को मेहनत करता
yeah, you must be having a lot of doubts. Still, like the overview is clear, right? Okay. So that's it from my side today. Fine. So let's see whenever we meet again. Okay. So bye. Saika, are you there? Okay, I'm just saying.